And welcome back, folks. It's time to start a new playthrough. Today we're going to be playing Star Trek Judgment Rites on the PC. We played the first game, which was the 25th anniversary. Now we're going to be continuing on with Judgment Rites. Hopefully the combat won't be as infuriating, but I highly doubt it. So let's do this. Now, this is actually a still image because I didn't want to capture the game twice. So if I can do this quickly, it won't look bad. Okay. It looks bad. It looks real bad. Oh, come on.
Space, the final frontier.
I tried out the beginning. Voice acting doesn't seem as good in this one. They seem more bored. A lot more bored. Oh boy, we get to choose our space combat level. We could go with none. I would like that. There's easy and there's hard. I am not doing hard, but we'll do easy. None. No, I'm not doing hard. Screw that. I am gonna bust something if I do the combat in this game. Just do none. Well, we're gonna miss out on content though. Combat brings nothing. All right, we'll do none then.
Captain's log, stardate 6223.8. We are en route to the glorious Pebble Scientific Academy, where we...
Enterprise, this is Captain Luke Rayner of the USS Alexander. We have returned from the future. In 8 days, the United Federation of Planets will be completely destroyed. A new...
What?
My God.
My God.
Captain's log supplemental. We have tracked the Alexander's course to Espoir Station, a scientific research facility in the Omega Maelstrom sector. We are about to set course for that system, hoping to discover the subject of its last ominous message.
Okay. Dr. Spock?
Perhaps you should access my library computer, sir.
Okay. Computer was, let's go with Espoir Station.
Espoir Station. Scientific research station situated near the Gravities and Proto-Universe phenomenon. It is directed by Dr. James Monroe, originally of New Texas, Earth.
What about the Alexander?
USS Alexander, a Constitution-class starship under the command of Captain Lucas Rayner, commission stardate 5961.1. Its current missions are classified.
Okay. Do we know anything else? Federation?
Federation. Known fully as the United Federation of Planets, the Federation is an alliance devoted to galactic peace and cultural and scientific advancement. The founding sponsors of the UFP are Earth and Vulcan.
Okay. All right. Let's leave that. Let's, save
new game.
Boom. 1. All right, we need to go to the Espoir Station. Let's pull out our star map that the game provided us. 12 12. 12 is actually there. We're right on it. Wow, okay, that's convenient.
Captain, I'm receiving a message from the station manager.
On screen.
Captain, I'm James Monroe, commander of Espoir Station. We've had Elassie frigates harassing us lately. It's good to see a starship in the neighborhood.
Do you mind if we come down and take a look at your station?
Hey there, Mike. How you doing? Do you mind if we come down and take a look at your station? Okay, that's that. You.
Really? Then why haven't you filed reports with Starfleet?
Why would you say that?
We've heard disturbing reports about your activities. We've come to take a look at your research. Do you mind if we come down and take a look at your station? Really? Then why haven't you filed reports with Starfleet? We've heard disturbing reports about your activities. We've come to take a look at your research. Do you mind if we come down and take a look at your station?
Yeah, I think we'll go with 1. I think that's the less aggressive one.
Espoir Station would be glad to greet a starship as famous as the Enterprise. We'll send coordinates and you may transport aboard at your convenience.
Okay. Let's, beam.
Greetings, Dr. Monroe. I'm Captain Kirk.
Ooh. Yes, it's been made clear who you are, Captain Kirk. Espoir Station is glad to meet you. In fact, we have something interesting to show you.
That may be why we're here.
Look at this cinematic.
What the?
The modified tractor overload beam can be quite lethal, Captain. I suggest you surrender immediately or we will crack your ship like an egg.
Why are you doing this? You won't get away with this. How can a loyal Federation scientist do a thing like this? Why are you doing this? You won't get away with this. How can a loyal Federation scientist do a thing like this?
What should we go for?
Why are you doing this?
Why? Why are you doing this? Phaser
You
him.
won't get away with. How can a loyal Federation scientist do a thing like this?
Oh, we're going with 3.
Dr. Monroe's loyalty to the Federation is more tenuous than you believe, Kirk.
Bradell.
Jim, isn't he that maniac who wanted revenge on you and...
I am the one who headed the Verdane program to build our improved versions of your starships. And despite the setback caused by your interference, I survived.
I thought you were killed when your pathetic imitation of the Enterprise was destroyed.
Fortunately, a Cloak Delassie frigate transported me before my bridge was destroyed.
Well, that's convenient.
Fortunate for one of us, that is.
You intend to destroy the entire Federation? Is that the only thing you ever think of, Bradell? Revenge?
He was the final boss in the first game, in the 25th anniversary. The one that took me 2 hours to beat.
Of course, Bradell. Even surrounded by your ghouls, you're still too much of a coward to face me in person. You intend to destroy the entire Federation? Is that the only thing you ever think of, Bradell? Revenge?
Revenge?
Guards, put them in the brig and let them rot.
Welcome to Espoir, Captain Kirk. I've been asked to make certain your stay is uncomfortable. What did you do to Dr. Bradell anyway?
11 years ago, as a lieutenant on the Farragut, I exposed his scheme to overthrow the Verdane Council. They dismissed him from their science council in disgrace. He's vowed revenge ever since.
That explains it. Never get involved in politics or get on the good doctor's bad side.
It doesn't sound like you care that much for Bradell.
Well, he's never been interested in winning popularity contests. By the way, the name's Shem. Manau Shem.
All right. Back to the boys.
Captain, I estimate the odds of finding and destroying Bradel's doomsday weapon at 186 to 1.
That's better odds than usual.
I am factoring in your record at performing nearly impossible feats, Captain. Otherwise, the odds would be 8,552 to 1.
What would I do without your encouragement, Spock?
I cannot speculate, Captain.
Hey there, Freeport. How you doing? Well, let's save.
Save new game. Replace previous.
Okay, let's talk to Bones, see what he has to say.
I'm getting a little too old to play hero, Jim.
But you do it so well, Bones. If there's ever been a mission that we mustn't fail, this is it.
It's somewhat humbling to know that over 100 billion people are depending on you.
What's on your mind, Captain?
Dr. McCoy, he's very sick. You wouldn't happen to be related to Vakata Sheen by any chance. Do you realize that you're working for a madman? When do we eat? Dr. McCoy, he's very sick. When do we eat around here?
Captain Kirk is very hungry. He's very, very hungry. The American option.
Not for a while, Captain. You'll be stunned by a direct phaser before the meal. And when you're unconscious, the meal will be brought to you.
You're all hard.
Captain, I don't believe in taking stupid risks. I know Starfleet. I don't intend to underestimate you.
He's good.
The cold, hard surface of a prison wall. The wall seems weaker here than in other places. This is a standard security door with a force field. The cold, hard surface of a prison wall. The cold, hard surface of a prison wall.
Well, the wall is weaker over there, so let's,
Interesting, Captain. I believe that this is a weakness in the superstructure of this station. It is possible that we may be able to use this weakness to escape.
Oh, no, you don't.
oh! Vulcan nerf pinch. You fell for it, you idiot. All right, let's check him out.
An unconscious Manao Shem. You notice something in his pocket.
I have found no weapons, but there is a pass card.
Captain, I estimate the odds of finding and destroying Bradel's doomsday weapon at 186 to 1.
That's better odds than usual.
I am
We know
factoring in
this.
your record at performing nearly impossible feats, Captain. Otherwise, the odds would be 8,552 to 1.
What would I do without your encouragement, Spock?
I cannot speculate, Captain.
All right.
Save new game. Replace
Let's move on. Probably want to activate the door. Okay, that's not what I wanted to do.
I would advise against reviving him, Captain.
No, I don't think that's necessary.
Dispose of him with what? Well, let's look around.
This turns off the force field control on the cell.
Well, let's turn it on. God damn it. Gonna spend like 2 hours here just moving between cells. The captor has become the captive.
A locker. It is locked.
Oh, well, it's doing its job.
A locker.
It is locked. A communication panel. A pass card reader. This device opens the lockers when the appropriate pass card is inserted.
Well, we do have an appropriate...
No, I don't think that's necessary. No, I don't think that's necessary.
Jim, let's bring down the force field first if we want to get into the room.
But we don't, though, because I'm misclicking here. All right, goodies. We have
a locker. It is unlocked. This is where your phasers are being kept.
Well, let's pick them up.
Phasers taken. Tricorders and medkit taken. Communicators taken.
Save new game. Replace previous.
All right, now that we have stuff, let's talk to the boys.
The layout of this base is interesting, Captain. Its modular design makes it easier for a small security detachment to guard.
The Vardane values secrecy even more than security.
Jim, stop at a place where I can write my last will and testament.
Heaven forbid, Bones.
I do not see the logic in that action.
A communication panel.
I recommend against using the station's communications unless absolutely necessary.
Okay. What about...
Vulcan male in excellent physical condition. I'm fine, Jim.
Okay. So, with that, let's use our communicators to...
Kirk to Enterprise. Kirk to Enterprise.
Transmission detected in prison sector. Security forces converge on prison sector.
We're being jammed. We have to disable the station's communication system if we want to contact the Enterprise.
Computer room?
There they are! Get them! Fire!
No, I don't think that's necessary.
Bones?
My tricorder detects nothing unusual. I suggest using Dr. McCoy's tricorder instead.
I hate when they do that.
Sorry, Bones.
No effect. No effect.
Jim, what's that smell?
Wanaka gas. A knockout gas with an extremely long effect.
We have mere seconds to neutralize it or get out of here.
Oh no, Earth!
Enterprise, this is Captain Luke Rayner of the USS Alexander. We have returned from the future. In 8 days, the United Federation...
Nice one. I went into a room.
There they are. Get them. Fire.
Triggered the security with the comm. I don't think I saved. I think I saved I saved prior, so.
You're too late. I've set the computer on a continuous auto-diagnostic. You'll never be able to get it online.
I don't believe in the word never.
I'm just gonna shoot everyone. I mean, we're cowboys now.
No effect. No effect. A rather unconscious computer technician. No effect. No effect.
No effects. No effects.
Middle-aged human male, currently unconscious.
All right.
Nothing on this tricorder, Captain. Nothing on this tricorder, Captain.
Nothing unusual about that object, Captain. Nothing unusual about that object, Captain.
This looks like the 3D chess they played in Star Trek. You know what I'm talking about, right? Of course you do. It's all Star Trek fanatics in here, right?
Save new game.
Captain, the computer is locked into an infinite loop. It will continue playing the game until it defeats itself. I can interrupt the moves and input my own.
Try rook to queen's level 3. That will threaten its bishop. Try knight to king level 1. That will shore up our defenses. Try queen to queen's level 2. Let's sacrifice our queen to take that knight. Try rook to queen's level 3. That will threaten its bishop.
It was that.
Try queen to queen's level
3.
2.
It has taken our queen. Its rook is protected. Our defeat is imminent.
Now let's go after its bishop on queen's level 2. I think it's vulnerable. We can counter by shoring up our position on king's. Let's try throwing away our rook on queen's level 3. Something interesting might happen.
Let's do it.
An abysmal game, Captain. It has mated you. The diagnostic cycle has ended.
Excellent, Spock. Can you access the computer?
The main memory unit will not accept my attempts to access. I will need to find a more friendly interface with enough memory to hold the information. Captain, I need to find something to interface with the computer and store the files that are dumped into it. We may be able to use the tricorders.
Well, let's go.
Nothing unusual about that object, Captain. Captain, I am connecting the science tricorder to the central computer. We can use it to tap into the computer now that the diagnostic cycle is finished. We might use Dr. McCoy's tricorder as well.
They love to combine the tricorders together in this game. in this series, I guess.
Captain, I am connecting the medical tricorder to the central computer.
Okay.
Success, Captain. I have access to Burdell's Project Big Bang files and to the access code for his personal quarters.
All right. Anything else?
The central processor of the main computer. The memory unit of the station's main computer.
Captain, the main computers are behind the chess set. I will attempt to access them. Success, Captain. I have access to Burdell's Project Big Bang files and to the access code for his personal quarters.
Okay, so what now?
The main memory unit will not accept my attempts to access. I will need to find a more friendly interface with enough memory to hold the information.
Shouldn't you have reloaded to win at chess? I mean, we could.
Save new game.
Boom 3.
Captain, the computer is locked into an infinite loop. It will continue playing the game until it defeats itself. I can interrupt the moves and input my own.
Try rook to queen's level 3. That will threaten its bishop. Try knight to king level 1. That will shore up our defenses.
What should we do? Defense
Try rook
or
to
offense?
queen's level 3. That will threaten its bishop.
Which should we go for? Full offense. Okay.
An excellent move.
Now let's push a pawn on king's level. That will force it into a more stable position. Now move your other rook to support it on queen's level. We should be able to threaten the queen or the bishop. Let's try something a little dangerous. Rook to king's level 2. Now move your other rook
I'm gonna assume this
to support
one.
it on queen's level. We should be able to threaten the queen or the bishop.
It seemed to be expecting something else, Captain. Its queen is vulnerable.
Let's not be too hasty. Advancing the bishop to support the rook will give us a solid advantage on the board. Let's confuse it with a sacrifice. It might be interesting to trade queen. Let's take the queen and see if it resigns.
Sure. Do it.
A superb game, Captain. You have mated it. The diagnostic cycle has ended.
Excellent, Spock. Can you access the computer?
The main memory unit will not accept my attempts to access. I will need to find a more friendly interface with enough memory to hold the information.
Chess master here.
I do not see the logic in that action.
Boo? Why are you booing me? I'm right.
Captain, I am connecting the science tricorder to the central computer. We can use it to tap into the computer now that the diagnostic cycle is finished. We might use Dr. McCoy's tricorder as well.
Let's do it.
Captain, I am connecting the medical tricorder to the central computer. Success, Captain. I have access to Burdell's Project Big Bang files and to the access code for his personal quarters.
Okay.
Success, Captain. I have access to Burdell's Project Big Bang files and to the access code for his personal quarters.
Read the files.
The central processor of the main computer.
No, I don't think that's necessary.
These are various advanced designs, Captain. They appear to work on a modified Daystrom duotronic system version 9.0, with some enhancements I do not recognize.
Well, Spock, do you feel at home here?
My home is Vulcan, Doctor. Its physical appearance is quite dissimilar to this place.
There are machines here, Spock. Computers. This is where you belong, isn't it?
My place, Doctor, is as science officer aboard the USS Enterprise.
Spock, if you left the Enterprise, I'm sure you could find a job substituting for one of these mechanical marvels.
Actually, Doctor, the computing capacity of one of these machines is substantially faster than the processing power of the Vulcan brain.
So you admit that you are inferior?
In speed and memory, affirmative. Other areas exist, Doctor, where even you are superior to this machine.
That's the nicest thing you've ever said to me, Spock.
All right. This Dr. McCoy isn't great. Well, it's...
Save new game.
Tell that
Replace
to,
previous game.
what's his name? Forrest Kelly.
Delete previous. Replace previous.
He's dead. Well, don't tell him then.
Phaser's on stun.
Poor doctor.
Don't hurt me! Please! And could someone do something for my allergies?
Oh, that's even worse than the damn transporter.
How dare you come aboard this station and disturb our delicate work, you Starfleet brute!
And I thought Harry Mudd was annoying.
I do not see the logic in that action.
Set to kill. No, we're not Starfleet. We're not here to kill.
The controls are quite advanced, Captain. Most impressive piece of technology.
Can't we just blow up this weapon and be done with it?
How dare you come aboard this station and disturb our delicate work, you Starfleet brute!
And I thought Harry Mudd was annoying.
No, I guess we'll shoot him.
No, I don't think that's necessary.
Save the world, kill them. That's not the Federation way.
I don't think that needs to be phasered, Jim.
Oh, okay.
I am disabling their weapons control. I do not detect access to anything around the proto-event. I am disabling their communications network. We will now have a clear channel to the Enterprise.
All right. I'm gonna say first. The guy in the chair is way too chill. But look at his chair. He'd be as chill as well.
Save new game.
That looks comfy as hell. No, we didn't get anything new.
Communicators taken.
Kirk to Enterprise. Kirk to Enterprise.
Transmission detected in Central Command. Security forces converge on Central Command.
Captain Kirk, is everything all right?
Things are looking up, I think. Kirk out.
Oops.
The door is locked, Jim.
Can't we open it?
I do not see the logic in that action. The wall looks exceptionally strong, Captain.
This door is labeled security.
Okay, we don't have the code for security. I didn't even... Well, hopefully there's not gas in here.
This appears to be a synthesis between a computer and a musical instrument.
A Kikilian? How rare.
What is it?
It has many uses, Bones, but it's most commonly used as a mood inducer. It emits subsonic vibrations at a wavelength that stimulates the emotional centers of the human brain.
Maybe we could use it on the Verdane.
The effects of a Kikilian are not significant enough to radically change emotional states. If it had such abilities, logic would suggest it would have wide use as a narcotic.
Well, that's one great plan that's gone down in flames.
A food synthesizer. A bed. A bed. This seems pointless. A comfortable pseudo-leather chair. Library monitors. These data screens provide information and entertainment for board executives.
Nothing unusual about that object, Captain. I detect what appears to be Andorian barbicide in this cabinet.
That's a rather powerful drug. I didn't realize the Verdane were into drug smuggling.
This could be a private matter, Captain. Also, the Elasi are known to smuggle this drug.
Jim, there is a legitimate use for barbicide in treating severe allergies.
No effect. No effect.
Mother McCoy didn't raise her baby boy to be a safecracker, Jim.
I am unable to unlock it, Captain. It has a brain path scan lock. Only someone with specific brain patterns could unlock this. My tricorder detects nothing unusual. I suggest using Dr. McCoy's tricorder instead. I do not have enough experience on the instrument, Captain. I do not believe that it would be advisable. The database contains common entertainment and informational programs. There is no link to any of Berdel's other files. I do not see the logic in that action. I do not require food at this time, Captain. A cursory glance at the titles indicates that they are relatively unimportant. A technical schematic of a Saver ship air filter. Some variant transported technology. Nothing out of the ordinary.
All right.
The monitor is not functioning, Captain.
What about the bed?
I do not see the logic in that action.
It's locked.
You hungry, Jim?
I don't think I'm hungry right now.
You hungry, Bones?
I am hungry.
Bones, one of the Vardane's tricks when there is an escaped prisoner is to make sure that all food synthesizers produce drugged food. One bite, and you'll be sleeping for the next 12 hours.
Well, I guess I'm full.
May I ask how you obtained that knowledge, Captain?
This isn't the first time I've been an escaped prisoner at the Verdane, Mr. Spock.
Very interesting. Sandbag 1X. What do you mean?
Save new game. Replace delete replace previous.
I mean, they made 2 games out of it. Spock told you what to try. No? What are you even talking
I've heard
about?
about these. Let's try.
Ow!
Sorry, Bones. I must have hit the key that stimulates the pain center.
No, that's because I clicked on Jim. That's why.
I'm fine, Jim. Mother McCoy didn't raise her baby boy to be a safecracker, Jim.
That's gonna be...
I am unable to unlock it, Captain. It has a brain path scan lock. Only someone with specific brain patterns could unlock this.
And you drag the good scientist. Oh, that's an idea. See, that's a good idea. Oh, they're back.
Don't hurt me! Please! And could someone do something for my allergies?
Okay, no, this guy wants stuff for his allergies. So we gotta find a way to open that. Either we're in the crew quarters or the executive quarters. Yeah, we were in the executive quarters, so... Did you scan the allergy guy? No, I didn't. I think you guys just want me to zap these guys.
It's a medical kit, not a tube kit.
Tube kit?
Middle-aged male human in average physical condition. Middle-aged human male suffering from severe allergies.
The wall looks very solid.
All right.
Save new game. Replace previous.
Rather cramped living quarters. Only a small step up from Klingon ships.
No wonder the Klingons have such a bad temper.
We'd better be quiet. There's a gentleman on the bed who might quarrel with us if we wake him up.
Hey, there's how you doing?
A Vardane guard, currently asleep. Practice dummies for martial arts. A target for laser firing practice. A small shifting holographic bullseye is certain to challenge even the most skilled marksman. A bed. It appears to be designed for slightly larger than man-sized humanoids. A food synthesizer. The wall looks very solid.
Nothing unusual about that object, Captain.
Doesn't seem to be anything here.
Nothing unusual about that object, Captain.
No wonder he's not on duty. He's suffering from cervix toxemia. He must have spent some time on Rigel 8.
Think he'll get up?
He's under heavy medication, Jim, but with Verdane physiology, you can never tell.
It's sick bay. I wonder if I can shoot the target.
I don't think that needs to be phasered, Jim.
When's the next episode of Bagel Boys Adventures? You mean, Battle Bros? Probably, it's next month. Try again with Kill. Okay.
Captain, they might track us by phaser discharges. I strongly recommend against using them unless absolutely necessary.
Save new game. Replace previous game.
Okay, well, there's nothing here.
A panel in the wall.
Oh, never mind.
What does this panel do?
It does not seem to have a purpose, Captain.
Maybe it's some sort of abstract art, but that doesn't have a useful purpose either.
Many would disagree with that opinion, Doctor.
I think we'll move on to something else.
Hey, stop that racket.
Oh, sorry. He looks sick enough that we don't need to do anything to him.
You get no response.
If I wasn't feeling so sick, I'd nail you.
Given his apparent physical weakness, I do not believe it will be necessary to subdue him.
He looks sick enough that we don't need to do anything to him. What does this panel do?
It does not seem to have a purpose, Captain.
Maybe it's some sort of abstract art, but that doesn't have a useful purpose either.
Many would disagree with that opinion, Doctor.
I think we'll move on to something else.
There doesn't seem to be anything here. I'm missing something.
The door is locked.
Okay.
A mutated Antarian man-killer, an improved version of one of the most feared animals in the galaxy. Some sort of special project controls. Very bulky with a lot of prototype components. It is currently protected by a force field.
According to my tricorder, Captain, the power system for this force field originates from the security section.
A large machine. It looks like the center of an experiment. A communication panel.
Could we tap into the ship's communication systems from here and call the Enterprise, Spock?
Negative, Captain.
I think I saw something like this on Vardane once, in Burdell's lab, if I recall correctly.
Then it can't have many good uses.
This looks comfortable. No, I don't think that's necessary. Spock, take a look at these controls.
Captain, the force field surrounding these controls prevents my access.
I think I saw something like this on Vardane once, in Burdell's lab, if I recall correctly.
Then it can't have many good uses.
I think I saw something like this on Vardane once, in Burdell's lab, if I recall correctly.
Then it can't have many good uses.
Well, we're not going to release that guy.
A most deadly beast. Almost as deadly as some of the predators on Vulcan.
You know, Jim, I really could have done without meeting this thing.
Come on, Bones, it'll build character.
I have quite enough character, thank you very much.
Nice-looking animal.
There is a numeric entry code next to Burdell's door.
Don't we know his code?
Nothing unusual about that object, Captain.
Well, it appears all of those misspent years playing chess have finally been put to good use, Mr. Spock. We can now enter Burdell's quarters.
Misspent years, Captain?
Definitely, Spock. You could have been spending time studying or playing baseball.
Playing
with family
baseball.
and friends.
Vulcans do not play baseball, Doctor. Nor do many humans in this century.
That's a
Let's
lie.
go. I want to have a few words with my old friend, Dr. Burdell.
That's a lie, because in Deep Space Nine, Vulcans play against the staff of... It's okay.
Save new game. Replace
Actually,
previous game.
that's not true. Oh no, I'm being exposed.
Save new game.
Isn't DS9 after this? Yeah.
No effect.
The station is solidly constructed, but rather sterile. Even the wall looks harsh. No, I don't think that's necessary.
Well, can we go in there? Oh, that's the wrong door. Could have been introduced at... Well, you're probably right, Mike. Maybe they introduced baseball 50 years later.
You managed to elude our security. I'll have their heads.
It's over, Burdell. Surrender peacefully, and we'll guarantee you a fair trial.
I will not submit to a trial by a tribunal of chattering apes. We are the Vardane. Lesser species have no right to judge us.
Your experiment is over, Burdell. Morality transcends the differences in species, Burdell. You don't honestly think you can defy the three of us, do you, Burdell? Your experiment is over, Burdell. Morality transcends the differences in species, Burdell.
Morality. It is an invention designed to make lesser people feel superior. The universe is full of moral people, and for the most part, they are dead wood. People who are preoccupied with morality never make history.
This
You
is
always
literally
did love
Mike.
to lecture, Kirk. You'll be the most self-righteous corpse in the galaxy.
I'm just gunning everyone.
Save new game.
Gunslinger 1X. Back to the boys.
He is Burdell. Another testimony to your peerless diplomatic skills, Jim.
It is logical that Burdell would wish for the controls for his experiment to be close at hand.
Burdell. Such a charming man.
Reminds me of a Bonovan camel snake.
Let's not insult camel snakes, Bones.
Oh boy.
No effect. No effect. No effect. Burdell's nightstand. It appears in perfect condition. There is no room for sloppiness in his orderly existence. He is Burdell. For once in his life, he's not a threat to anyone. A food replicator. Controls for Burdell's personal computer system. A dartboard. A very good likeness of James T. Kirk is its chief decoration. He is Burdell's bed. Oddly enough, the furniture demonstrates a classical taste that you would not have expected from Burdell.
Okay.
Nothing unusual about that object, Captain. Nothing unusual about that object, Captain.
Nothing unusual about that object.
The device is an ordinary food machine, Captain.
Finally, we can eat.
Nothing unusual about that object, Captain. Captain, there does not seem to be anything indicating that this is the control mechanism. There is something hidden behind the dartboard, Captain. Some sort of electronics.
A trap?
I'm unable to tell, Captain.
Oh.
Nothing on this tricorder, Captain. Agent Vardane engineered human male with prosthetic enhancements in average physical condition. Nothing on this tricorder, Captain.
Save new game. Replace.
The offending dartboard is removed, revealing a set of controls.
Oh-ho. Spock, if you may.
My tricorder detects nothing unusual. I suggest using Dr. McCoy's tricorder instead.
We don't want to scan Jim. Get out of the way, Jim.
Captain, we need to learn the codes before we can attempt to activate the controls. It appears to be constructed from a silver aluminum alloy, Captain.
No effect. No effect. No effect. No effect. No effect.
We don't know the codes.
Captain, we need to learn the codes before we can attempt to activate the controls. This would appear to be the control system for the proto-event weapon. It is already active and preparing to fire when the conditions in the phenomenon are correct, which would be at any moment. It is targeted on Sector 001.
Earth! That one-eyed monster plans to destroy Earth!
Affirmative, Doctor. I will need Burdell's codes to deactivate it.
What are Burdell's codes?
I'll read it. According to this book, Burdell's secret code is 2162.
Well, there you go.
I am inputting the code from the book. 2162. The code is not correct, Captain. It appears to be a trap. I have bypassed the detonation circuit.
Oh no.
I do not see the logic in that action. I do not see the logic in that action.
It was a trap.
I'll read it. According to this book, Burdell's secret code is 2162.
The device is an ordinary food machine, Captain. It appears to be constructed from a silver aluminum alloy, Captain. I do not see the logic in that action.
This doesn't really fit the decor.
No effect. A metal table. A metal table. Burdell's nightstand. It appears in perfect condition. There is no room for sloppiness in his orderly existence. This seems pointless.
Tell me about it.
A vase of red Antarian roses. They have a pleasant aroma.
Phaser the table. Sure.
I do not believe that is necessary, Captain.
Thanks, Yashabe.
No effect. A vase of red Antarian roses. They have a pleasant aroma. McCoy hopes they can finish this mission soon and get out of here. He is Burdell. For once in his life, he's not a threat to anyone. No effect.
It is logical that Burdell would wish for the controls for his experiment to be close at hand.
Beast and Rose from Ontario. Yeah, that could be...
Transmission detected in main command. Security forces converge on main command.
Captain, there's an energy buildup within the proto-event. It does not look like a natural phenomenon.
Keep us posted, Lieutenant.
It appears that Burdell is not leaving us much time.
A shape painting by one of the abstract artists of the Manalvagor Decimator School. Odd. You would expect Burdell's taste to be more classical and realistic. A painting of the pyramids of Tenef-2. No effect.
I do not see the logic in that action. I do not see the logic in that action.
Good talk, yeah.
No effect. You pick up Burdell's journal, and a bookmark falls out.
This is unusual, Captain. I would not have expected a man like Burdell to rely on a paper record.
Who knows, Spock?
A bookmark from Burdell's journal. The bookmark is intricately decorated, not too dissimilar from a computer circuit pattern.
Okay.
Captain, there's a number coded in base 64. The number is 2188.
Slam it in.
I do not see the logic in that action. I am inputting the code from the bookmark. 2188. I have activated the code circuit. There appears to be fail-safe backup in the central control that needs to be deactivated.
Okay, we gotta go to the central control. The hell is that? That's right there. Hey guys, sorry about this. You know how it is.
Captain, I programmed the destructive sequence into the weapons control. It would require an engineering team to repair it. Nothing unusual about that object, Captain.
No negotiations.
Kirk to Enterprise. Kirk to Enterprise.
Transmission detected in Central Command. Security forces converge on Central Command.
Captain Kirk, is everything all right?
Things are looking up, I think. Kirk out.
Now what?
How dare you come aboard this station and disturb our delicate work, you Starfleet brute!
And I thought Harry Mudd was annoying.
Destroy the backup.
Captain, since I programmed a destructive sequence into the communications network, it will take several days to repair it. Captain, I programmed the destructive sequence into the weapon's control. It would require an engineering team to repair it. I do not see the logic in that action.
Now, all we need to do is get out, but we can't get out because there's gas. I think there's a...
Success, Captain. I have access to Burdell's Project Big Bang files and to the access code for his personal quarters.
There's something here. Nope.
This seems pointless.
Tell me about it.
This seems pointless.
Captain, the main computers are behind the chess set. I will attempt to access them. Success, Captain. I have access to Burdell's Project Big Bang files and to the access code for his personal quarters.
Sounds like something that should be on your soundboard. Oh, we could. Need to change a few things though. Okay,
Save new game.
Because we go in here, we die.
Jim, what's that smell?
Wanaka gas. A knockout gas with an extremely long effect.
We have mere seconds to neutralize it or get out of here.
Oh, okay.
The door is locked, Jim.
Captain, my tricorder indicates that the doors are made of an extremely dense material that is phaser resistant.
That's what they thought on Talos 4. No, I don't think that's necessary.
So we can't go into security. Shoot the gas. What if I shot the lock?
Jim, the medicine inside this cabinet is necessary for someone's survival. I can't let you phaser this, at least without a damn good reason.
A large potted plant is hanging from the wall.
Somebody has a green thumb here.
You mean to tell me there are Verdane who are interested in something other than eugenics or military conquest?
Bakadashim was proof of that. Unfortunately, it cost him much.
Oh.
Oh.
A bed. A selection of bound technical printouts. One of the technicians really loves his work.
How do we deal with the gas?
Practice dummies for martial arts. No effect. The dummies are not easy to carry, but you manage.
Wait, why?
A mat, usable for gymnastics and martial arts practice.
Why do we have dummies? I don't know where this mission wants me to go.
Usable for gym. The mat is firmly attached to the floor. The target is firmly attached to the wall. No effect. Fluorescent lighting. Old-fashioned but practical. The wall looks very solid.
Very solid.
Ventilation ducts in the wall. Narrow channels covered by a steel mesh grid. No effect.
Jim, if we remove the filter, we may be subjecting the patient to unnecessary risk.
I tend to agree with Dr. McCoy. The ventilation channels on this station are too small for us to use as passages. We cannot use them to avoid the Vardane. Therefore, removing them is an inefficient use of our time.
Okay.
What does this panel do?
It does not seem to have a purpose, Captain.
Maybe it's some sort of abstract art, but that doesn't have a useful purpose either.
Many would disagree with that opinion, Doctor.
I think we'll move on to something else.
Okay. Well, how do we deal with the gas? Gas, gas, gas.
The floor. The floor. Library monitors. These data screens provide information and entertainment for board executives. An external monitor used by central control to send messages to this room. An atmospheric purifier. It is capable of removing contaminants from large quantities of air or water in less than a second. It carries the brand of the Save-A-Ship Manufacturing Corporation.
Now, why would you need an atmosphere purifier on a space station? The filters should be built into the life support system.
I suspect it could help someone with extreme allergies.
The filter is bulky but portable.
Okay.
Save new game.
Sure hope I'm doing the right thing here.
Jim, what's that smell?
Wanaka gas, a knockout gas with an extremely long effect.
We have mere seconds to neutralize it or get out of here. The air is being purified almost immediately. Ah, good old Starbase filtered air. So dry it makes me want to drink a glass of water every 5 minutes.
I'm sure we can transport you into water if you really want some.
Damn transporters. If man were meant to fly around the universe, God would have allowed him to disassemble his own molecules.
Well, Spock, what do you suggest?
We should attempt to gather evidence that Dr. Burdell is planning to commit genocide. Others may help us if they are confronted with the scope of Burdell's misdeeds. We need to shut down the tractor beam that is currently holding the Enterprise. Until the ship is freed, our options are limited.
Let's go home, Jim. Finish that fight from the ship.
That's not possible. The job has to be finished from here.
I know. I just wish I was aboard the Enterprise right now.
Finish the fight.
Save new game. Replace previous game.
Alright,
Captain, all areas of the ship except Burdell's quarters are accessible by transport. We have access without transport to all areas except security.
Unfortunately, they'll be able to draw a bead on us the moment we start transporting, and will be able to blow us away the moment we materialize. We need a distraction.
a distraction, eh? Well,
we are ready to transport the dummies, Captain. That should prove an adequate distraction for us to get into security.
At least we have a chance now.
Captain, all areas of the ship except Burdell's quarters are accessible by transport. We have access without transport to all areas except security.
The dummies should provide a convincing decoy during transport and give us the edge we need. Set transport coordinates for security. Let's transport later. Set transport coordinate...
being the boys. Poor McCoy's been blasted every time.
Damn it, I'm a doctor, not a target.
Got blasted like 5 times.
Save new game. Replace previous.
I'm surprised anything human is left. Their tissue's been replaced with genetically encoded bioplastics.
The Vardane think they supersede mankind.
Wait, why are you guys back up? No.
We should only use force in places where it is necessary, Captain. Are you certain you have the correct target?
Why are they back up?
I don't think that needs to be phasered, Jim.
I have nothing to say to you, Earther.
You get no response.
I have nothing to say to you, Earther.
I give you credit, Earther. You show extraordinary guile. Well played, Captain.
I'm not playing games. I'm trying to prevent Burdell from destroying the Federation. What's your name, mister?
What's your name, mister?
You're not so bad yourself. What are you doing, lowering yourself by working for a lunatic like Burdell? I'm not playing games. I'm trying to prevent Burdell from destroying the Federation.
I trust you have evidence to back this claim.
If I presented evidence, would you help me stop him?
Is there any reason why I should?
Do you want to see 100 billion people die? Do you want to see the survivors of the Federation destroy Vardane?
Not particularly. And Burdell has not treated us with the honor that the soldier class of Vardane demands. If this action threatens Vardane, our class code demands that we help you.
I'll try to provide that evidence.
I can't stop you right now. If you return here and present evidence of your claim, I will look at it. Until you can prove your claim, Kirk, my men will hunt you down like animals.
Didn't we have information?
I have copies of Burdell's files taken from the main computer. I believe you will find them to be authentic and of extreme interest.
The date on these files in the security code is from before you boarded. It appears you are telling the truth. This action will have consequences that are not in the best interest of the Vardane. I have no choice but to help you.
All right.
How goes the revolution, Captain?
Welcome to security, Captain Kirk.
Welcome to security, Captain Kirk.
Save new game. Replace previous game.
I have lowered the force fields in the special project room.
All right. Force field? Oh, yeah.
This is unnecessary, Captain. We are armed. I have deactivated the communications tracking systems, Captain.
Okay, I feel like I should have done this prior to a lot of things.
The database contains common entertainment and informational programs. There is no link to any of Burdell's other files.
Like, I feel like we should have gone here, like, before fighting Burdell. Like, yeah, you get the air, then, yeah.
In accordance with the Vardane military code, as one who has betrayed his charge, I must make a formal admission of treason for my new masters. When is the most convenient time to make the deposition?
Later.
Don't hurt me! Please! And could someone do something for my allergies?
How dare you come aboard this station and disturb our delicate work, you Starfleet brute!
And I thought Harry Mudd was annoying.
That's not this one. It's the other one. Transport the gas into the bridge. We heal that guy.
This will keep him unconscious. I can't cure him with a med kit. His infection is not easily treatable.
Seems to be broken.
The target is firmly attached to the wall.
Captain, they might track us by phaser discharges. I strongly recommend against using them unless absolutely necessary.
It would appear that the station's security are on our side.
Nonetheless, Captain, Burdell and his supporters might have additional security devices. Caution is advised.
I feel like, knowing what I know, I should restart the whole thing. Restart the whole shebang.
Jim, look out!
Oh! Killed it.
Spock, take a look at these controls.
Why? Why not?
Captain, I have deactivated the tractor beam. The Enterprise is now free.
Didn't we do everything?
No, I don't think that's necessary. No, I don't think that's necessary.
Captain, we've received word from the USS Alexander.
The Alexander?
It will arrive here in 9 days. It's the closest vessel to the station.
Let's hope history doesn't repeat itself. Kirk out.
A temporal paradox. Most fascinating.
He's gone.
I am inputting the code from the bookmark. 2188. I have activated the code circuit. There appears to be fail-safe backup in the central control that needs to be deactivated. I do not see the logic in that action.
Even as a hunter, I found that appalling. You mean the hunter? The one and only.
Surrender or die.
Wait, you're supposed to be on our side. Hasn't Commander Command talked to you lately? Can I have 5 minutes to think about it? We surrender. Wait, you're supposed to be on our side. Hasn't Commander Command talked to you lately?
He is a traitor. Our loyalty is to Dr. Bradell.
Great. Spock, fire. Okay, we surrender. Great. Okay, we surrender. Great. Spock, fire.
Spock, fire.
Okay, we surrender. Great. Spock, fire.
Poor McCoy. He got double blasted.
Enterprise, this is Captain Luke Rayner.
Nothing unusual about that object, Captain.
Yeah, good job, Mike, by the way.
How goes the revolution, Captain?
Hey, you wanted to start over. Not like this.
I have lowered the force fields in the special project room.
Not like this.
I have deactivated the communications tracking systems, Captain. I do not see the logic in that action.
Save new, replace, delete previous, replace pre.
One. Actually, there's something I want to do. Oh, he's back there.
You get no response.
Don't hurt me! Please! And could someone do something for my allergies?
Hold still. That should help. And try to calm down. We're the good guys.
We're the good guys.
Thank you for helping me with my allergies. I guess not all Federation people are bad.
Well, we normally like to think of ourselves as humanitarians.
Unfortunately, that is not what Dr. Bradell tells most Vardane. Anyway, I guess I should get rid of that creeper.
I don't know about this voice acting.
I am disabling their backups. It includes several systems that are not controlled from this station. Captain, since I programmed a destructive sequence into the communications network, it will take several days to repair it. Captain, I programmed the destructive sequence into the weapons control. It would require an engineering team to repair it. I do not see the logic in that action. I do not understand what such an action would achieve.
You get no response.
How dare you come aboard the station and disturb our delicate work, you Starfleet brute!
And I thought Harry Mudd was annoying.
Yeah, I feel like it did this backwards.
Jim, let's save the med kit for a real emergency.
Yeah, there's a lot of things I'd do differently. Like, you would want to...
This will keep him unconscious. I can't
keep him
cure
unconscious so we get the bodies. And we go into security.
Save new game. Replace pre.
You don't have to solve the subquests in the...
Jim, look out!
Okay, so you guys told me not to kill him.
I think that's... I'm going to do horrible things to your anatomy in the language of the Ontarian man-killers.
Okay. If not shoot him, then what? You roasted me for using the phaser on the man killer. Throw the flower. I don't have flowers. Stun. I think he came and gave me a hug. You killed him without even trying to understand him. Well, in your title, you're called Man Killer. Maybe you don't have that little leeway. That's just me.
Jim, look out!
That's profiling. Well, too bad. Maybe he took offense from you killing him before. Maybe.
Captain, I have deactivated the tractor beam. The Enterprise is now free. Captain, the proto-event weapon is no longer cloaked. I have sent the coordinates.
Kirk to Enterprise. Scotty, destroy that weapon. Scotty, 3 to beam up. That has to be one of the most welcome explosions that anyone will ever see.
There is turmoil on the Vardane Council, Captain. The members who supported Bredell's anti-Federation policies have been forced to resign. I expect improved relations between the Federation and Vardane.
That's good to hear. Though history shows that suppressed movements like Bredell's have a habit of resurfacing at inconvenient moments.
And unfortunately, Bredell was not found on the ship. It appears he escaped.
Captain, I'm receiving a message from the USS Alexander.
The Alexander?
Temporal paradoxes are most fascinating, aren't they, Mr. Spock?
Are you attempting to annoy me, Doctor?
On screen.
Luke Rayner here. I know we've never met.
Yes, of course.
We got your signal, and Starfleet has asked us to assist in cleaning up your operation.
It's good to have you with us. Better than you could possibly guess.
I don't understand, Captain.
It's a long story. Come aboard, and I'll tell it to you.
I reviewed your report from your recent assignment, Captain, and have a few comments. Well done, Kirk. Keep up the good work. I must say, however, your performance is not what we've come to expect from James T. Kirk. I guess we all have our off days, Captain. Kane out.
Oof. Oof. Why did you kill the beast? Because the beast would have killed us. Did you not miss that part?
Aye, Captain, I'm looking forward to taking leave on Nova Atar. The museum there is supposed to be quite excellent. Lots of antique and one-of-a-kind machinery.
Commander, are you certain it's not the Kazakhstanian cognac you're looking forward to?
Do they make that there, laddie? I don't know.
Why, Mr. Scott, I'm surprised at you, not knowing the location of a famous distillery.
We invented that brandy, you know.
Right.
Of course you did.
No, really. We did.
No one would ever doubt you, Ensign, however...
Sorry to interrupt, Captain, but we have an emergency call from the science vessel Demeter. She's in orbit around Balkos 3.
On screen.
Captain Kirk, good to see you're in the area.
You have an emergency, Commander Gelman?
Well, I'm not sure, actually. Maybe more of a case of better safe than sorry. We're orbiting Balkos 3 to study the Balkosi, a race of people just entering their own Stone Age. We've only been here 2 days. Already, we've found some unusual data. But just a few minutes ago, during the deep geologic probing phase, we were suddenly scanned.
Scanned? I thought the Balkosi were just developing.
They are, Captain. And there haven't been any indications of old civilizations until now. The scan was also of extreme power. Following that, we detected a power source coming online. We'll send the coordinates along with all the other information we've gathered. I was a little concerned that we triggered an old defense mechanism. With the amount of information it pulled in its scan, we'd be an easy target. I've moved the Demeter to a higher orbit on the far side of the planet.
Quite reasonable, Commander. We're on our way.
Thank you, Captain.
Kirk out.
All right.
Save new game.
Ancient Evil 1.
I advise referring to the star map and setting a course for Balkos 3, Captain.
Now, where is Balkos 3? 19.
Approaching Balkos 3, Captain.
All right.
I have the coordinates for the power source the Demeter detected.
I do not think that would have any effect, Captain.
Save new game. Replace previous.
No communications from the planet, sir. Commander Gelman wishes us good luck.
Entering standard orbit.
I have the coordinates for the power source the Demeter detected.
No communications from the planet, sir. Commander Gelman wishes us good luck.
Good luck. Well, free to beam down. You know what? What if we check the computer first?
I have the coordinates for the power source the Demeter detected.
USS Demeter, a Federation science vessel named after the Greek goddess of agriculture. It is currently under the command of Commander John Gelman and is assigned to scientific research at Balkos 3. Balkos 3, a planet inhabited by a humanoid race just entering the Stone Age. The Federation science vessel Demeter is currently conducting studies of the planet.
Okay, well, that didn't help at all. All right, going in.
Spock, come with me. Scotty, you have the con. Lieutenant, ask Dr. McCoy to meet us in the transporter room.
Yes, Captain?
Sandbagging won't help you. Sandbagging what? Uh-oh.
What the devil was that? An attack?
While I cannot guarantee a lack of physical change, Doctor, we seem to be unharmed. I therefore conclude we have been scammed.
Captain, are you all right?
Sensors detected a burst of power followed by some sort of powerful transmission.
According to Spock, we're in perfect health, Scotty.
According to Spock?
Never mind, Mr. Scott. Can you track the transmission to its destination?
I'll give it a try, Captain, but it's like nothing I've ever seen before.
It never is, Mr. Scott. It never is.
Never is.
I guess you were right, Spock. Here I thought we were dead for a second.
Doctor, that would have made conversation quite difficult.
I was making a joke, Spock.
Were you, Doctor?
Gentlemen, I believe we have some business at hand.
Scan the boys.
Readings are slightly elevated. You seem healthy. I wonder why it's doing that. Readings are slightly elevated. You seem healthy. I wonder why it's doing that.
Okay.
Readings are slightly elevated. Funny, I don't feel sick. Probably just another problem with the machine.
The energy field around this scanning device prevents a detailed examination.
Well, let's talk about the situation then.
Fascinating, Captain. I've never seen machinery of this type before.
You know, I've got the feeling this is bigger than it looks. And I don't mean just more space beyond this door.
This place looks like Spock's dream world, doesn't it, Jim?
In what way, Bones?
No decorations, no life, nothing but machinery. Not even a picture of his mother on the wall.
A picture of my mother here would be most surprising. However, if you are suggesting that construction was performed in an efficient manner, I would agree with your most logical conclusion.
Remind me to check my blood for green tinges when we get back to the ship, Jim.
Save new game. Replace previous game.
All right.
A large machine with lights cycling on its front side. An impressive-looking machine of alien manufacture. While alien in design, fairly obviously the control panel to the door.
Fairly obviously.
A series of readout displays.
With the wires.
Several cables snake out from the wall to a gathering point in the ceiling.
What if we shot them?
Phasering those lines could shut down all systems in this outpost, including life support.
You're probably right.
Circuitry controlling the door. A door constructed with an unknown alloy.
Okay. Did they not have the lines for that?
Quite simple, considering the appearance of the other machinery here. All that was needed was a power interrupt. The doors will only stay closed while power is on. Interesting.
Well, let's go look around.
Machines. Machines everywhere, and not a body to fix.
I was examining that computer, Captain. Very interesting. The computer has an exceedingly large display screen. There are several conclusions.
What conclusions, Spock?
One, the individuals for whom this equipment was built have substandard vision. Two, the users have quite long arms or manipulative extremities and have to work a considerable distance away from the console and screen. Three, the large screen and lack of anything else in the room could mean it was expected that more than one individual would be viewing the display.
Interesting. Could be an ancient escape room, who knows?
The energy field is blocking any tricorder readings of the machinery inside.
Anything that we can,
A red lens that reminds you of the red alert alarm.
I guess some things are almost universal.
The soft glow of an energy field surrounds what looks to be a large computer console and display. This seems pointless.
Something here, but it's flickering.
Pointless. This seems pointless. This seems pointless. This seems pointless.
Okay.
This seems pointless. A large cone hangs overhead. Colored cables run in and out of it.
Captain, this appears to be a distributive optic node.
If you say so, Mr. Spock.
Let's try out another door.
We got hit with a power surge. It's interfering with sensors and we might have some trouble locking onto you.
Well, if we intend on taking our shore leave with the rest of the crew, we'd better find out what's causing that power surge.
An interesting place, Captain. There seems to be a reason for it beyond the obvious.
I have to get the name of the interior decorator.
I just keep asking myself, who's behind all this?
This device transforms its internal energy into useful quantities for other portable devices. The transfer takes place at the small outlet junction located near the center of the unit.
So what is that in English, you pointed-eared confusion factory?
In English, it remains exactly as I said. However, for those unskilled in the language, this is a battery charger.
For once, why can't you just come up with a simple explanation first?
It's not always necessary, Doctor. You are not always around.
What is it with you two? You're like children. I'm getting tired of it. Why am I snapping at you?
Why are you snapping there, Kirk?
Save new game.
Something ain't right. Ancient Evil! Not any sense. Ancient Evil! 2.
Spock, this looks like the panel in the first room.
No, I don't think that's necessary.
Something over there, though. X marks the spot.
Readings indicate that this is connected to a rather sophisticated projection system. I cannot get more detailed data. An energy field is interfering with the tricorder. Nothing unusual about that object, Captain.
A series of expanding X's laying one atop the other is etched into the floor.
Huh. Well, let's keep on going. Some wires here and other stuff we can pick up.
Every room appears to have a central theme. Whoever built this complex has a very compartmentalized mind.
I hate this place, Jim. Too many machines.
Machines. All right, let's scan everything because we got to pick up everything.
This is an interface card for a computer display. Optical interface cables. These could be used to connect myriad devices.
An old CRT.
The tricorder shows this to be a touch-sensitive display module. Readings indicate advanced optical computer circuitry is contained within that box. It may be useful. An optically controlled switch meant to be used by remote operation. It may be useful with other devices in the complex. This unit is manufacturing miniature broadcast circuitry. This machine seems to be controlling the manufacturing units.
Okay.
Spock, is that a switch?
Yes, a fairly simple switching device, Captain.
Spock, any idea what this box is?
The cube contains control circuitry. I suggest we keep it.
Spock, what do you make of the screen?
We're building a PC, guys.
This is a computer display module, Captain.
Spock, what do you make of these?
This
basically what it is.
A set of interface cables.
Spock, what kind of interface is this?
A bridge unit for use between function control and display circuitry, Captain. It could be helpful to have.
A high-pressure device for joining two objects.
No, I don't think that's necessary. No, I don't think that's necessary. No, I don't think that's necessary.
No.
No, I don't think that's necessary. No, I don't think that's necessary.
Captain, there are no visible controls. Captain, these items appear to be configured to produce a small energy field of some sort. They do not appear to be powered at this time.
Why don't you see what you can do with them, Spock?
That would seem to be a logical thing to do. I will take enough for all of us.
Okay. So we would have like little force fields.
Replace
This is a very specialized pressure device, Captain. The badge will go into one hopper and be combined under pressure with another item.
Well, I think it looks like a button maker. Can it make me a badge that says if man was meant to transport, his atoms would already be scattered?
Possibly, Doctor. But after pressure application, it would be unlikely you would be capable of reading much.
You're not a lot of fun, Spock.
I did not realize that was part of my job requirement, Doctor. Is it part of yours?
At times like this, yes.
All right, so let's go charge those little machines that we got in the force field.
The card alone cannot take a charge, Captain. It requires a battery.
Oh, we don't have a battery.
No, I don't think that's necessary.
Hot wiring all the doors.
I really should learn how you do these doors, Spock, but since you're here...
What is this?
tricorder indicates that this container holds several organic compounds. I cannot judge more until the force field is disabled. It is generating too much interference. Perhaps Dr. McCoy can discern more information.
Jim, the force field on the control unit is generating too much interference. I can't get a good reading on the contents of the vat.
On the vat?
An orb and disc configured device hangs from the ceiling. An orb and disc configured device hangs from the ceiling.
I have no idea what this is.
Captain, this is the life support control unit.
Oh. Well, there you go.
Save new game. Replace.
I feel like we're gonna walk into a room and die. Looks like a med bay.
Nothing unusual about that object, Captain.
Medical diagnostic and treatment unit set for alien physiology.
Captain, given the nature of the electronics inside, I can deduce that it is a synthesizer replicator unit. However, it is unlike anything used by the Federation. I am unable to determine its exact capabilities.
Jim, I'm picking up traces of cells from a Balcosian. There are also traces of some designer cells. It looks like someone is playing a dangerous game with the Balcosi.
Oh?
Jim, I'm picking up some dead tissue samples. Someone has definitely been observing the Balcosi.
Well, well, well. Seems like our alien friends are not that nice.
Finally, something I can deal with.
You should feel almost at home, Doctor.
Feeling better, Bones?
Save new game. Replace.
Man, I am so lost.
Internal structure hidden by force field effects. The uncovered areas consist of a pair of unknown vents and a solid inclined drop chute. Nothing unusual about that object, Captain.
What?
The Balcosian system shows heightened stress and metabolic activities. They look peaceful enough, Jim.
We should be able to gain valuable data studying the Balcosi.
Well, maybe we'll see a Balcosian here.
Oh, we did.
I don't see any useful markings on this machine.
Captain, I do not notice any external controls. This appears to be a self-automated unit.
We could shoot him, but...
The creature looks at you quizzically and gibbers for a moment.
We should be able to gain valuable data studying the Balcosi. Nothing unusual about that object, Captain.
Interesting. Not sure what I can do there, but... And we're back here. Not gonna follow the Balcosi? No. Still plenty of rooms to visit. We're not here for the Balcosi anyways, we're here for the ancient alien technology. Okay, so now we did all the rooms.
I suppose I should have taken more electronics classes. No, I don't think that's necessary.
I do not see the logic in that action. I do not see the logic in that action.
Let's click central. Alright, let's go see the Balcosi. I wonder if we phaser him. No, that's...
Save new game.
It's not right. Ancient Evil 3.
That passageway narrows as it goes up. I don't think we'd make it without getting stuck.
No effect.
The Balcosian system shows heightened stress and metabolic activities.
It sprayed him.
I don't see any useful markings on this machine.
But why would it spray him?
Nothing unusual about that. Internal structure hidden by force field effects. The uncovered areas consist of a pair of unknown vents and a solid inclined drop chute.
What if we plug the vents? We don't have anything to plug the vents.
No, I don't think that's necessary.
I feel like we gotta combine stuff together.
Spock, why am I wasting our time when you could be doing this?
Having Spock open all the doors is pretty annoying though. There was a machine that we could use to combine.
I really should learn how you do these doors, Spock, but since you're here...
Alright, let's feed something in there. We'll save prior.
Save new game. Replace pre.
The badges have been placed into the hopper, Captain.
No, I don't think that's necessary. No, I don't think that's necessary. No, I don't think that's necessary.
No,
No, I don't think that's necessary. You know, it does look a little like a button maker. I may not be a scientist, but I bet we need something in each hopper before this is going to work.
all right, we're gonna call it there for today for Star Trek. We're gonna take a small break. Special thanks once again to Worm for supporting the channel, and we're gonna segue into Disco Elysium in a few minutes. Thanks for watching.